battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Chance. General West.
He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Orbit.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Now Minshew, going to throw right side here, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Check. Right, Alpha.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They go with Chubb on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to win.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Seibert's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, 46.
Watch the safety creep. Check 13. Check 13.
Here we go, 1 to 54. Wide in.
Check.
go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Check pass. Short.
Go, get out there.
Okay,
Hey, kill.
Hey, Mike.
Here we go, go to 54, line 8. There we go, going to 53. Hey, here we go.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott buying time to his left. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D.
To throw is Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
Check curls, check us. Off. 56. Mike, 56.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
Well, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 26.
Now Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Pick the edge. Go. Check your hot read.
They'll try and run forward with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. Line 8.
Mike 20. Rip right.
Here we go. Kill.
Let's go. Grab on.
26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check. Greystone, travel.
Check hot route. Hot.
Nice.
On 2nd down, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
Go.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And he's got his man, that's Landry. past the 35 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Hey, count! 26.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Check 50, check 50. Say. Shoot! Watch the edge!
Here we go, go to 54, 126.
On third down, Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here we go again.
We're going to 54, wide in.
Switch. Watch
Here we go, 47.
Watch the ship. Wide open.
26.
Here's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go, wide in.
51.
Here we go, 46.
Contract. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. You don't know no better.
Here we go, going to 53.
Check.
Hey, 47. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got a good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Double dog, double dog.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Minshew, 1st and 10. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And the Browns 1st down.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
I'm here all day.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Got it.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
26.
Final play of the half. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mack Wilson leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. After the sack on first down, Prescott steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emerson Griffin in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
We're going to 54. Why in?
Get some penetration here. Get some penetration.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, and the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
We're going 47.
56. That's it.
We're going to 54. Why in?
Here we go. He's coming.
26.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Come on, fellas.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
60 yards.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Eluding the pressure right. And finding the tight end Hooper. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Strip the ball. Strip that. Look small. 51's to Mike. 51's to Mike.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line in. 26.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Mack Wilson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Here we go. 46.
56 to Mike. Check 56. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. 56.
26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Complete, he finds Brain. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Here we go, kill.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
26.
Prescott on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
Set, ready? 10-2, sir.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
6-6, pull it high. Let's go.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Ready, set.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, but it's going to be second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
You remember me?
Here we go, 46, 46.
Mike 20, Mike 20.
26.
On second down, Prescott again. Dancing to his left. That one complete to Elliott. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play here for the Cowboys. 41 yards.
47. 26.
On first and 10, Prescott. Johnson's got it complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And what do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Check General West. Ready?
Minshew throwing on third down. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Returnable for Grant. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Hey, kill. 20,
Mike 20.
Here we go, go to 54, Why?
Come get some. Come on here.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go, 48. Here we go, 47.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Mike 20.
26.
First down, Prescott. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. bounds, so this will go only as incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
22. Jet.
Here we go, 47.
Safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check three. Check three. Check three. Hassan. Mike 20.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Mike 20. Mike 20.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. 4 down. 4 down. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Prescott. Forced out to his left. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
47.
Begin.
Going to 54. Why?
2-yard line.
Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Why?
2nd down and goal. Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Marcus Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. And again, it's Chubb. A nice little juke. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.